Hi, I'm Haley Galvin. I'm the social worker here at ABC Agency. I understand we have an appointment set up today.
Yeah, I'm Lorena. Nice to meet you.
Awesome, Lorena. Well, if you want to come back to my office with me, so we can go somewhere privately and talk.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
All right, Lorena. So do you prefer to be called Lorena? Is there another name you prefer to be go by?
Lorena's fine. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, you can call me Haley. Before we get started, I'd just like to tell you a little bit about our agency and what we're going to do here today. We have 30 minutes to talk. I'm just going to be listening to you while you kind of tell me a little bit about what's going on. We'll be asking some questions periodically just to kind of, better understand you and what's going on. We are a confidential agency, so anything you say is confidential. If I do feel that there is any signs of you harming yourself or others, or if there's any signs of abuse, I am mandated to report that. Otherwise, if you do sign an agreement, I can, report anything that you want me to. Otherwise, anything's confidential. So, why don't you go ahead and get started and tell me a little bit about what's bringing you in today?
Well, I talked to one of my friends who goes to school with me, and she told me that she came in before and you guys were helping her with her stress level. So I thought I'd come in and try and see if we can come up with some ways to lower my stress. Really stressed out with school and work and just my personal life. So hopefully I just need somebody to talk to also, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I can understand how school and all that can be very stressful. Why don't you go ahead and tell me when all of this started?
I would say like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Just about this semester, I just started the social work program at Metro. So before that, I've been in school for a while and working, and I got used to being busy all the time, but it wasn't as stressful as it is now. It seems like the social work program has implemented, it's like a new program, and feels like we're kind of like the guinea pigs or lab rats. They're trying out new classes and things like that with us, and a lot of the material is very extensive, a lot of readings, and a lot of their due dates are on the same days.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been really stressed out, and everybody else I talk to seems really stressed out. So, and I'm taking 5 classes. So the full time is 4 classes, and I'm taking 5. So I'm taking an extra one, just so I can graduate on time. And also, I recently received a scholarship, and as part of keeping or maintaining the scholarship, I have to take 5 classes and work a certain amount of hours. And so even if it's been a really tough workload, and people always ask me, well, why don't you take less classes? Well, I can't, because then I'll lose my scholarship.
Yeah.
So just the stress of trying to maintain that scholarship and good grades and going to school. And I just started the program and already I'm struggling, so it's not very encouraging.
Yeah. I can understand how that would be very difficult for you, trying to balance all that and, really maintain your scholarship and everything. But it sounds like you have a lot of positive things going for you. The scholarship is awesome. That's a really great thing. You should be very proud of that. And it also sounds like there's some other students who are kind of on the same boat with you. Have you tried reaching out to any of them, or what do they express to you about the social work program?
Well, like you said, they're in the same boat as me, so they can't really do anything for me but complain along with me. But I guess that feels comforting that I'm not the only one struggling. So, it's not just me, that it's not like me in particular has a problem or something, I guess. It's just a difficult program for everybody, so that helps to know that I'm not alone in this, and that, we're all working hard and trying to pursue this difficult degree. But I don't know, that's not the only reason I'm stressed out. Just at work too. I recently lost my roommate, and so I'm stuck with a 2-bedroom, paying the full rent, and I haven't been able to find anybody. So I've been having to dig into my scholarship money and my savings to be able to pay for rent, and just working extra hours where I could be using that time to do homework and study for school. So I'm just all the way stressed out and haven't been sleeping very well.
Yeah.
Either I only sleep a few hours because I stay up all night working on homework, or when I get home, all I want to do is sleep or catch up on sleep. So I take like really long naps, and then by the time I wake up like at 8 or 9, I'm not tired. So I end up staying up all night. So it's just like this vicious cycle where my sleeping patterns are really bad. So I'm not very productive throughout my day because I'm really tired, either at work or school. Even sometimes in class, I'd catch myself falling asleep, and I know it's really rude, and I felt really bad because I know the teacher could tell, but I was just so exhausted. So, it's affecting my school and work also, because obviously I work at a bank, and my job is mainly to provide customer service. So if I'm tired, I can't provide the best customer service, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm getting in trouble by my managers. So it's just...
Yeah, definitely. It all piles up. I can definitely see that. In the past, has school and everything getting overwhelmed, has that led you to try to do anything to try to balance any of that, or does it kind of just seem like it's all up in the air all the time?
Well, I think I had like a system in the past. I was a little more organized. I feel like this semester is just pretty chaotic. I'm not very organized. I just, like you said, it's up in the air. I don't really have like a scheduled time of when I do homework, or I just do it whenever I can, whenever I have time. My schedule, I guess at work, is somewhat consistent, but then it's not. So I think this semester is different from other times, because other semesters I've took 5 classes before, and it wasn't a big deal. I was used to it, but I think just the coursework wasn't as hard as it is now.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't as time consuming. Plus, this semester I have a lot of group projects too, so I have to make the time to meet with my partners, where in the past it was just individual assignments.
Yeah, a lot of new factors in there, definitely. It's hard to maintain that same schedule when you have so many new factors coming in there. Do you think that if you had a system kind of similar to the one that you had in the past, that it would help your situation now?
Yeah, I think once I get a roommate and some of the bills or the stress of money is removed, then I can focus more on school. Because I feel like this semester school is not, like, it's been a priority, it always has been, but it hasn't been like the main thing. Well, before, school was the main thing because I knew all my other needs were being met. I didn't have to worry about my bills or about anything else. But this semester I've been really worried about it, or like very tight on money. So I've been worrying more about that, about just living day to day versus, trying to get really good grades like I would in the past.
And so school is your number one priority?
Right now?
Yes.
Yes. It still is, but the bills have to get paid, and school's not paying my bills.
Yes. You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, so, it still is my priority, but I didn't have to, before it seemed like it was more because I didn't have to worry about all these other factors. Yeah.
Well, why don't you kind of walk me through what a routine day would look like in the life of Lorena?
Okay, let's see. Well, that's the thing there. I don't have a routine. Like, I'm just a mess. Like, my schedule, I don't have a consistent schedule. Sometimes I either open or go in late. Let's say when I go in a little later, I usually sleep in, try and catch up on sleep, and like other things don't get done. Like I get off of work pretty late, around 6:30, so after work, probably get something to eat and maybe do some homework. And if I'm too tired to do homework, maybe I'll just go home and just take a nap.
Yeah.
And end up waking up like 2 to 3 hours later, which would be like 9, which is actually the time I should be going to bed.
Right.
And I end up staying up till like 2 in the morning working on homework or something because I don't have anything else to do and I'm like wide awake. So my sleeping patterns are pretty off depending on the day.
Yeah, and I can see how that would really affect your day, coming home and wanting to take naps like that. Well, we have about 10 minutes left in our session here, and I was just wondering if there was anything else that you wanted to cover today in our session.
I just want to get my life back how it used to be and just be more organized and improve my sleeping patterns so that I'm more proactive during my days at school and at work. So I don't know what we can do to try and improve that.
Yeah, definitely. So why don't you tell me what your life would look like if you were able to improve these sleeping patterns and kind of, get more of an organized routine going on?
I guess if I got more sleep, I would be more proactive at work. I'd be happier. I'd give better customer service. My managers would be able to notice it. And I would also be more proactive in school, take more notes instead of falling asleep or like dozing off, paying more attention and retain more of the material so that when I go home, I don't have to like review the book again, so to save me time. What else? I would also like have a set date, I guess, of know when I have my free time, because instead of taking naps during my free time or trying to catch up on sleep, I would use that time to do homework. So I'd hopefully have like a set schedule of like what days I work on certain classes or certain homework for each class, because I do it really pretty randomly or according to what is due sooner for each class.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think those are some really great goals to strive for. What would you like to work on for our next meeting to try to get one step closer to that?
I guess just my sleeping patterns.
Yeah, definitely. Well, why don't you try working on that? See a little bit how that goes and maybe take some notes. I would love to meet up with you again next week and kind of go over those with you. Does next week around the same time work well for you?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Perfect. Well, I think we covered a lot of great stuff here. We talked about a lot of your school issues and your stress issues. For next week, I would like you to work on your sleeping patterns and, kind of take note of that. You don't certainly have to write anything down, but just kind of be observant of that and how that helps your life. And then we'll kind of go from there next week. Do you have any questions or anything else you'd like to discuss before we wrap things up?
No, I think we covered a lot of information today. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I will see you next week.
All right, sounds good.